Hello, everybody. My name is Christopher Saunders, and this is the Connecticut Sports Talent Show, where we talk all things talents in Connecticut. And on tonight's show, I'm pleased to have two players from the Cromwell Portland Football Program. And thanks so much for being able to come on, guys. First, I'll introduce the quarterback, Cole Brisson, senior quarterback. Say hello, Cole.
What's up, guys? Appreciate you having us on.
Always. And then second, and not least, the linebacker as well as wide receiver, Ryan Rozick. And he will be going to Bates the following season, a part of the NESCAC. Ryan, say hello.
Hi, how are you? Pleasure to be on here.
It's going to be a lot of fun to be able to talk with you guys. I was able to speak with your head coach about maybe a week or two ago, and it was very enjoyable to be able to hear about the journey for you guys as far as how last year turned to be what was such a special season. And I know you guys have turned the page on that. I know you guys were just telling me how practice in the beginning today got a little slow, so a little extra conditioning to kind of get the blood flowing. So I don't want to really harp too much about the championship season last year, but I do want to ask both of you one question each. I'll go to Ryan first. Being a part of that, and then being able to come back and kind of in some ways, try to repeat again. Do you feel like there's any sort of pressure on you in the senior class to try to, in a lot of ways, repeat?
Well, I think of course there's pressure. We hold ourselves to very high expectations, and coming off of last year, we want to come into this season and be better. We want to I know I have individual goals. Everyone else, they just want to be a better player. And obviously we still have that same goal of winning the state championship. But overall as a team, we want to come out better, stronger. And we're looking to be just a better overall team than last year. So
I'll go to Cole here. As far as being, the amount of offense last year was very prolific. I think, to my recollection, I've seen the Ansonias, I've seen the Naugatucks, back, going, way back, as far as seeing the scores. And I don't think I've ever seen such a high-powered offense like Cromwell Portland last year. And the amount of defense points where you guys barely gave up anything. Cole, being a part of that and seeing that, were you ever in awe, like, you're basically seeing history here?
yeah, I just like our defense was just so dominant that it really just took a lot of pressure off the offense, and we had a lot of leeway with like what we really wanted to do. And then, Coach Randall is a really good play caller. And then, we still have a really good wide receiving core. And then the line really stepped up last year. So, yeah, everyone just came together and our offense is dominant as well.
I'll go to Ryan with this next question. How difficult was it? And I mean difficult in a good way, not a bad way, but to try to turn the page as you prepared for this upcoming season? Because I've seen a lot of great teams, guys, where they stick to what they did last year for the returning players. They come back and they're flat, or they lose games that really they shouldn't have to lesser competition because they're feeling themselves too much. Like, oh, nobody's going to beat us. Well, they find out that they are the hunted, not the hunters. So how was it for you, Ryan? I'll get to Cole and you in a second, but to Ryan here, psychologically with the team to kind of preach that we're the hunted now, we're not the hunters.
Yeah, so I think we'll also coming off of, or last year too, we were able to like set the foundation of like this new culture of Cromwell Portland, the Panther football team, and like who we truly are. And I think throughout the off season, putting in so much work and everything, that grind, the preparation, everything's still there. And we've really set this culture that allows us to continue and obviously sustain throughout the season and just carry and to be that dominant team we are no matter who we're playing. Our coach Randall, he likes to say the quote, "We're going to kill an ant with a sledgehammer." So no matter who we're playing, we're just going to bring it to them every single game. We're not going to change it no matter the opponent.
I feel bad for the ant. I mean, a sledgehammer, I feel like it's a little much, but I get what he's saying. It's not funny, but I understand that. That's pretty cool. I'll go to Cole with this next question here. Being that what was last year, and I mentioned to Ryan about kind of how to turn the page. For you, what's it been like so far, during the off season and then OTAs and such?
Yeah, we're still we've been working, we got right back into the weight room in January, so it really hasn't stopped for me and everyone else. But we're still trying to emphasize like we got to stay hungry and we got to stay in it, and we still have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we still haven't proved ourselves yet. And we just want to let everyone know that like last year wasn't really a fluke.
I'll stay with Cole here again. You mentioned how you haven't improved yourself yet. Is that the kind of, is that the kind of attitude, mentality that your head coach and the players are feeling heading into this season?
Yeah, so like last year we had Teddy Williams and Owen Brunk, and they were really like the leaders of our team, and they did a lot of great things, and they really pushed us to get to the championship and eventually win it. But us, it's the seniors and the juniors now. We're trying to prove ourselves and what we can offer to this team and to this program.
I'll go to Ryan here. Looking at who you beat to get to that championship and eventually win, you beat very good teams, like teams with a lot of history, a lot of skin in the game, championships aside, wins and all. Um, being that, and how many seniors are coming back this year?
I think we have about 13 or 14. So.
Okay. So with that amount of senior laden talent coming back, and I don't know how many played and how many didn't, that's fine. With that amount of players coming back, do you feel like being around what was can kind of help the younger guys as the season progresses, because you've been around the big games, and obviously the players who are newly into the program, they want a ring too. I'm sure they're hungry as well.
Oh yeah, of course. So I think again about that, how I talked about that culture that we established. These new guys are coming right in, and they're not freshmen or anything. They're Cromwell Portland Panthers. They're coming right in. They're coming into winning, and we're trying to build that foundation and mold. So eventually, when they get to on the field, they're picking up right where we left off. So it's really all just about bringing them in and showing them what Cromwell Portland Panther football is really about.
I'll go to Cole here. What kind of things did you work on leading up to this season? Was it more mental? Was it physical? Were you trying to get your body strong? Talk to me about it.
Yeah. Me and a lot of the coaches, we really got into the film last year. And then I also worked on my mechanics. I go to Def QB coach. He's been a really big help to me, especially this year. I really feel like I took that next step. And so I'm ready to just leave it all out in the field this year.
The mechanical side, and I always love talking to quarterbacks about mechanics, because I'm a former baseball player and I know it's a little bit different. But for you, was it like, what kind of mechanics? Was it more of the back leg to try to drive the ball? Was it more of arm position? What exactly were you trying to work on mechanics wise?
Yeah, it was definitely like my following through, just so that I can drive the ball harder and put a lot more throw power on the ball and velocity. I felt like that's something I was kind of lacking last year, and I think my arm strength has also increased a lot, so it's way easier to hit those deep balls now.
I'll go to Ryan here. Same question. I know you're not a quarterback, but being a wide receiver linebacker, what exactly did you feel like you needed to work on heading into this year?
Just all around, obviously, just becoming a better athlete, and what really I think is going to take my game to the next level is just playing at a faster pace. Like seeing a swing pass and just getting there, just playing faster, just playing with confidence, and just knowing that I can make every play on the field. So,
which position do you like more, wide receiver or linebacker?
Linebacker. Yeah.
Yeah. I was about to say linebacker is a fun position.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
Who's your favorite football team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, so am I. So that means you must love Micah Parsons then.
Oh, he's awesome. Oh yeah. He's crazy.
Have you, I'm sure you watched a lot of Dallas games, and some of the games are pretty hard to watch, but have you tried to, I know it's hard to do what he does, because he's just, I call him 11 from heaven, because he's from the gods. Mm-hmm. Do you try to maybe, mimic or maybe try to replicate some of the stuff he does into your game?
I mean, of course, it seems like he's just playing on a different level than everyone else on the field. He's just playing at a faster pace. He gets the ball like that, and that's definitely what I try to be. Trying to play at that faster pace. Yeah.
And you talk about the faster pace, and I'll stay with Ryan here really quick. Speaking of Micah Parsons, what makes him so great is he not only can get home, and what I mean by is get to the quarterback, and he's able to destroy offensive linemen. He's able to occasionally cover. Now he can't cover Tyreek Hill every play, but he can cover guys, tight ends. He's a big duty stick. He's strong. And is that something as well that you take pride in, where you can not only get to the quarterback, but if you had to cover for 10, 15 snaps, you'd be able to do that?
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, Micah Parsons, he can do basically everything on the field. So that's exactly what I try to do. Whatever my team needs me to do, I just want to be able to do it and and just get the job done for my team. So wherever they need me.
I'll go to Cole here. Thinking about kind of how last season, talk about the offense being as was, the defense, fantastic. It was like nothing went wrong on either sides. Is there any sort of, looking at the amount of numbers that were put up, does the team feel like, you know what, we can do more. We can score more points. We can stop teams from scoring more points, meaning less points. Is that something that's been talked about as well?
Yeah, we definitely feel like we're a lot more explosive this year, and we got a lot more depth coming back. I feel like last year was just kind of like a couple guys making all the plays, but now like we have, our second team's like really good, and we just have anyone can come in and fill the spots. So everyone's competing every day in practice. So like, I feel like our depth is going to be huge this year, and it's going to help us just put up way more points.
I'll stay with Cole here. Now, you said more explosive. Last year was pretty explosive. You had Teddy Ballgame, who I think I'm copying Sean Boley, who came up with that. And I apologize if I am. It's a great nickname. Again, we talk about gods. He probably put up one of the best seasons, I think, in high school football in Connecticut, period. And you say there's more depth, as far as there's more guys who can maybe not do what he did, but as a collective whole, is what you're saying, Cole, is that there's more guys who can contribute. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think we got about like 7 to 8 guys that are working into like the starting rotation at receiver. We got Ryan. He's going to be really probably the number one target this year. We got Ben Fagan, Jack Nolan, Emeka Yearwood, Makai Campbell. So we got a lot of guys that can make plays. And when you get the ball in their hands in open space, they can make a lot of plays.
I'll go to Ryan here. As the season was coming up, there was a lot of, a couple rule changes, but the biggest one that wasn't a rule, there's now 6 classes. You guys are in double S. And last time I checked, and I'll look at it right now, Class Double S has a lot of teams from the Pequot, and now there's teams from the CCC, and you sprinkle in the ECC, and so on and so forth. Have you and the team even bothered to look at those teams, or are you more concerned with, we're just going to play who's ever on our schedule, and then when we get to that point, then we'll worry about it then?
Yeah, exactly. We'll play any team in the state. We feel like we're the best. We feel like we can play anyone, and we can win and get the job done. So whoever comes, we're gonna play. We're gonna play our game, and we're gonna get the win. So
I'll stay with Ryan here again. Thinking about the upcoming season, we're only I think less than 2 weeks away, September 9th. Now, is your first game September 9th?
no, we're playing on the 8th that Thursday.
You're playing on the 8th. I know some teams are playing on the 8th, and then some teams on the 9th, and so on. So, okay. So it's even sooner than that. So thinking about how quickly that is slowly approaching, it's already August 29th. It's crazy how fast the summer went. Knowing how Cromwell won not only a championship in football, you also won one in softball against North Branford. I was on the call for that game, and that was great to see the community there and the support. What's it been like leading up now? I mean, it sounds like there's going to be a lot of people at these games.
Yep. Yeah. We're looking to put on a show that Thursday. We're hoping it's packed, and we're hoping to just give everyone a show. So we can't wait. I know,
Yeah.
all of us, we're ready. We're ready to get this season started.
I'll go to Cole here, knowing how it seems like, and even before you guys won a championship, I believe that, there was people who supported the program. And I think a lot of that, your head coach, Coach Rendell, has done a great job getting the community to buy in, and you guys have done the work. The wins are there, but just the overall support, you know what I'm saying? And, I just wonder, you know, with the amount of attention, with all the people, do you feel like, Cole, that maybe for a moment that the team could kind of not get nervous, but get almost starstruck because there's going to be a lot of attention on you guys this year?
Yeah, no, I feel like we're really like locked in on the goal. We want to meet the standard. The standard here is now like to win a championship. So like we're not really letting that stuff get to us, and we're ready to just play our game and fight with our brothers.
I'll go to Ryan here. Being a defensive guy, because you love, linebacker first, I got to ask defensively, who is a guy, a football player who I need to keep an eye on this season?
I think our D line is going to just do a great job. Our two DNs now, Emeka Yearwood and Jack Williams. I think they're gonna be able to get to the quarterback just right off the ball. They're going to be able to get to the quarterback, and the two linebackers stepping up, Matthew Gish, Alex McKiernan. I Ben Fagan at safety, he's going to make a bunch of plays. Mackay at corner. I mean, everywhere you go on our defense, there's a playmaker, and there's someone who's going to help us. So I think we're going to work together, and we're going to come out and shut the offense down. So we just have a bunch of playmakers on the field.
I'll go to Cole here. Same question, but on the offensive side.
Yeah, so Ryan, he plays the H-back for us. We have Emeka Yearwood, he plays outside receiver, and then sometimes he plays slot. He's been a monster for us so far this preseason. And then we got Ben Fagan, he plays slot too. He's always open for me. And then Jack Nolan, he'll go up and moss anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah, he's only like 5'8", and he'll just go up there. I can throw it up there. I'll go up and get it.
So any 50-50 ball basically is 90-10 mainly him.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I hope to see that. That would be really, really cool to see. I appreciate you guys coming on. This was a lot of fun. Before I let you go, one question each for, each of you. I'll go to Ryan first. Being a senior, you committed to Bates. Obviously, that being aside, you get to now enjoy your season, not have to stress about a college. I'm sure you could speak very highly as far as being a Cromwell Portland football player, being a part of the school, the tradition, all of that. Is there any, regards, thanks, anything that you want to give respect to people, as you go into your senior year?
Yeah, of course. Rendell Bennett, head coach, amazing. He's been there for me, been there for us every step of the way. He's been able to transform our team 2-8 to obviously state championship 13-0, and then same with my defensive coordinator and linebackers coach Jack Wilson. He's been there. He was the 2-8 season, and he's really helped just transform my game and just help me to develop as a linebacker. So thanks to them.
Cole, same question.
Yeah, Randall, he's really he made us believe in ourselves and really to believe that, we're good enough to program to a whole other level. And then another coach, Ethan Roy, he's put in a lot of work for us. He's our new offensive coordinator. He was there when we were 2-8 also. He was a former player. He actually had lost to Ansonia in the semifinals. So that was when we won that game. He was really happy for us, and he's really been putting a lot of work in the film room just to get us ready. And he has us prepared all the time.
Guys, I think it's always great to be able to see returning players come back after a championship and see if they can cap it off and repeat again. And to hear the amount of players coming back, not just seniors, but in general. You guys have an opportunity to be able to, write your own legacy, write your own history, that even though Cromwell Portland, small towns, big hearts as far as the support and what you guys do. And, it's really going to be cool to be able to see the progression of this season and see where you guys end up. Ryan, I appreciate you coming on. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Cole, as always, first time meeting you. I like you. Pleasure to be able to come on. I appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
No problem. Anytime. That wrap things up here in the Connecticut Sports Talent Show. So until next time, stay safe. Remember, CT stands for Connecticut Talent. I'm our Jerry. Find them all. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and be well.